Hello guys and welcome to a brand new video. Today I'm back with Yuga Kshetra and I'll be resuming my gameplay, and today I will be starting I think section number 7, and yeah, so let's get started without wasting any more time. So in the previous video we got annihilated. Pepe came in and it's supposed to be the first Yuga now. The Krita Yuga, so everything is supposed to be extremely good, like this is the best Yuga. So let's see what actually happens, and like how is the environment now. Like in the Kali Yuga we saw everything was barren, it was a wasteland, trees dying and all those stuff. So let's see how this what is the surroundings now, what happens to it. All right, let's get started. This is section number 7 and it's called Return of Paradise, the shape of evil to be cut off. Okay, all right, here we go. Start. The first Yuga, Krita Yuga. I experienced the Kali Yuga ending several times after Asvathaman was taken from me. Oh, this is Pepe, isn't it? I felt the light of creation wrapping me in a tight embrace, just as powerless to do anything as the people absorbed in it in their worthless prayers. As long as the god of this world doesn't consider you defective, at least there's no pain. You don't feel it. Light just keeps getting brighter, blinding you and even numbing you in the passage of time. Okay. Next thing you know, you're right back where you started, only everything around you has been changed. I don't know what the locals make of the experience. Yeah, imagine dying and then coming back. Like, what a weird sensation it would be. But it was awful enough to almost make me vomit. Yeah, like, you're being annihilated and then you're brought back. Damn. Ugh. I'd rather stick my head into a festering dead body or kiss a pile of excrement from a prison cell without plumbing. Wow, that's specific. Those options might be revolting, but at least I wouldn't have been so frightened. So while I hate to admit it, when the light finally subsided and I found myself standing there, I would have been relieved that I had avoided being taken away. So Pepe had not been annihilated before this. He was not deemed to be a threat. Okay. But it was never long after my relief turned to worry, to the point that I could barely think straight. Maybe I just got lucky this time. What about the next time? Or the time after that? So in retrospect, it was inevitable that I would take action like this sooner or later. This time I managed to avoid the light by escaping to the reverse side of the world, so I thought I might feel differently now, but surprisingly, nothing changed. Upon laying eyes on the new world of the cycle, I felt the same things, loathing and discomfort. Okay. Yeah, it's pretty normal. To use more contemporary slang, I just can't even with this world. Yeah, I get you, Pepe. I guess it's God bothers me even more than I expected. In many ways it's a perfect world. Yeah, it's true. And yet also just unbearable. Wow, look at the place, so beautiful. There's like lotus flowers blooming, the sky is bright, it's green. Wow, flowers are blooming everywhere. What are these, like spider lilies? I think like higanbana, they're called higanbana, aren't they? Yeah, they look like spider lilies. Where are we now? Oh, wow, Fo is quite happy. Like obviously if you see such a great scenery in front of you, you're bound to kind of frolic around and run around. The air smells sweet, there's water and flowers everywhere you look, and there's a calm and gentle breeze. What is this place? This is heaven. Wanna know what the most surprising part is? You're standing in almost the same spot as we zero sailed from. Yeah. Our location didn't change, the entire rest of the world did. Yeah. Thankfully, there's no hostiles in the immediate area. Let's begin by paying another visit to the town of Pichu. I wonder how it will look like, you know? Maybe everything will be shiny, like, you know, like clean, bright. Oh no, he's not happy. Is something wrong, Pepe? You look kind of... Oh, as he was explaining that he still feels revolting, the whole situation. What's that? You're jealous of how soft my smooth skin is? Why, it's all in the upkeep, hon. Unlike me, it's never changing act. Actually have to work to make sure I look this good. Okay. Go on, feel how supple my cheeks are for yourself. They're my pride and joy, you know. That's okay. Oh, silly, there's no need to be shy. But anywho, going to visit the next town sounds just dandy. The topography and the plant life changes that come with a new Yuga are all just surface level details. Damn, he really, like, you know, was able to put aside the concerns that Master was having. Like, he was able to very, like, you know, what can I say? Very deftly avoid the topic. The thing that changed the most after what Arjuna did will have been the people. Okay, let's go check that out. Understood, but make sure to keep the border's location in mind and all times from now on. I don't want us to ever have to run for our lives like that again if we can help it. Yeah, now that they know like this thing will happen, they'll be ready. I wonder what Arjuna will do, you know. Wow, look at the place. Damn. What in the... Fo is so happy. Fo. Wow, there's not a single break out of place now. In fact, this is exactly what the town looked like when I first came to the world. Okay. I can't believe it. It's like the Kali never attacked it at all. What in the world is going on? Then there's the people going about their lives here. They all look happy now. They're practically beaming. Great, look who it is. Who? Is it Ajay and Asha? Oh. What the hell? Did their mind get clean as well? Like, you know? Like, it's really interesting, like, you know, the people as well. So, you know, the whole thing, like, as I was saying, like, Kali Yuga is a time when everyone is so, like, you know, up, like, you know, like cruelty, selfishness, like bad things happen, people's minds are polluted, like, you know, everyone's trying to, like, you know, like, get a, what can I say, like, get an advantage on each other, like, it's a bad time. So, like, looking at this scene now, I'm wondering, like, it's not just the place is getting cleansed and everything is, like, you know, starting anew. I'm guessing the people's mental condition and mental, like, you know, structure is also adapting itself to the Yuga. Like, this is supposed to be the best Yuga, the Krita Yuga, and everything is supposed to be amazing. It's like a paradise on earth. So the people as well are just like that. Like, you know, if, like what is society, what is our surroundings, the way people, like, you know, the way people act, talk with, you know, act and talk with each other, interact with each other, like, you know, how their mental condition is, that reflects in our society. And that's what's basically happening here, I guess. Like, you know, like, it's not that the surroundings are getting like completely renewed. People's mind are also being, like, you know, what can I say, is reflecting the Yuga. Like, this is a Krita Yuga, so everyone is so, like, you know, friendly and happy. And as the Yugas go in, and in the Kali Yuga, everyone will be extremely angry, like, you know, everyone will be selfish, everyone will be very, like, you know, cruel to each other, like that thing. Another thing, Asha is the only exception, I think. Like, she was also, like, obviously she's a child, and that's, I think, another big reason for that. Like, you know, in the Kali Yuga, Asha was very, like, accommodating, very, like, you know, kind. Like, it did not affect her. So that shows how she is, like, you know, I don't know, like, special in a way. Like, how her mind, like, you know, how she as a human being is special. I don't know, like, it's just really very interesting to see. Like, how, like, this mayor, this guy was trying to kick us out. Like, you know, like, almost at our throats. They're trying to, like, and now he's like, Goodness, you're all okay. This is beautiful, wonderful news, just wonderful. So yeah, the Yuga is reflecting the people's minds as well. Wow. This truly must be the God's will. All is right with the world once again. Oh no, that isn't quite right, is it? First I owe you all an apology. No matter how dire the circumstances were at that time, I should never have spoken to you like that. This is very interesting, you know, like the whole thing of it actually reflecting the mind as well. Okay, I know it won't be enough to truly make amends, but I'll be including all of you in my prayers from now on. I only ask that you please do not hold what I said against the people of this lovely town. What? You said he wanted us to wanted to run us out of the town, and now he's all happy to see us? Wow. Even Foe is nuzzling up to him. Didn't you say we were godless heretics you wanted nothing to do with? Don't be ridiculous. The fact that you are here now is proof you overcame the last Yuga's difficulties with her. That makes you all one of us now. You're all our friends, our family. Yeah, let's see if you keep that temperament even in the Kali Yuga, you know. Like, I doubt he'll be like this. And not only that, today is the blessed first day of Katra Yuga. Krita Yuga. The Yuga of Peace. Yeah. Are you hungry? If you like, you're welcome to come and eat with me at my mansion. Or would you prefer some fine ornaments for the young ladies? We also have plenty of beautiful flowers. I wanted to explore the town, so... I see. Well, that's a pity. I was hoping to introduce you to the rest of my townspeople. Oh, by the way, the mansion over there is my house. I'm afraid it ended up that big on account of my being mayor. Yeah. It's very embarrassing living somewhere as ostentatious as that, but it is not without meaning. Like, look at him. Like, he's feeling, like, you know, embarrassed to, like, live at such a big place. Like, you know, without any use. Like, half of the mansion I think is, like, you know, empty. And this also shows us how his mind is also being, you know, connected to the Yuga that's actually happening. Like, he's so selfless now. Please feel free to come visit whenever you have the time. You'll always be welcome in my home. Good day then. Wow, such a nice guy. What the heck? I never saw someone someone go from jerkwort to sweetheart in no time flat like that. He seemed elated. It's probably because Krita Yuga is the Yuga of happiness. Tends to make most of the locals friendly and kind-hearted. Yeah. Though of course I'm sure there are exceptions. Okay, there are exceptions. Oh, Ajay. Okay, maybe not. Like, you know, like as I said, like, it's kind of reflecting, but at the same time, as I said, like the surroundings kind of reflect your inner, like, you know, happiness and all. Like, if you see a very clean room, you'll feel happy and you'll be like, ah, such a nice day. Like, you know, the sun is shining, like the birds are singing. But if it's like, you know, a dirty, untidy room, you're sitting in like you know, weeks of junk, you feel depressed. You guys again. Oh, Master, it's Ajay. He doesn't seem any different now than he did before. I'm not judging either way. I'm just surprised at how simply hearing him click his tongue again made me feel so relieved. Yeah, true. And then there's Asha. Ah, it's you guys. This is such a surprise. So you made it to the new Yuga, huh? That's great. Yes, it wasn't easy, but we did make it. I'm glad to see you're okay too, Asha. I sure am. I prayed extra hard, so I didn't get hurt at all. I see, that's wonderful. Oh, but speaking of hurt, is your dog, is Vihan okay? He hurt his leg before the Kali Yuga, right? I don't see him with you. I'm guessing it got healed or something? Let's see. Huh? Oh no. Oh god. Yeah, well. Who's Vihan? Great, that their memories also get resetted. Oh god. So I wonder, did Vihan not pass the, was he not selected, or is it that they did not find Vihan in this? Everything's getting resetted, so most probably he did not get selected. Like Arjuna deemed, like, him unworthy or something. I don't know. Oh Lord. Okay, I'll try. Let me try using Ganesha as a support servant. Okay. First of all, let's see. We need a saber and a caster. And okay, saber I'll take obviously Miyamoto Musashi, and caster let me take. Where is she? Sanzang. I usually take Sanzang whenever I need, like, like some hard hitting caster. Okay, let me choose a. Okay, let me choose this one. And I'll take Lakshmibai. Where is she? There she is. And I'll take another caster with me, just for the, for insurance. There you go. Let me take another saber as well. All right. Okay. Like. All right. Let's see. Oh. So. All right. It should be safe to discuss it now that we have come this far. What is the meaning of this? This world runs on Yuga cycle, but needless to say, these aren't proper Yugas. Yeah. Okay. A real Krita Yuga or Satya Yuga, depending on who you ask, is supposed to last for 4800 years. Excuse me, 4800. 4800 years. Damn. Then the Trita Yuga is supposed to last for 3600 years. 3600. Dwapara Yuga for 2400. Just a sec. Yeah, Krita Yuga is also called Satya Yuga, and Trita Yuga is the second Yuga, and Dwapara Yuga is the third Yuga, and obviously Kali Yuga is the last one. And the Kali Yuga for 1200. That's quite small compared to the others. And on top of that, these are in God years with. Wait, what? Really? And on top of that, these are in God years, where each one is equivalent to 360 human years. Whoa, okay. Oh, alright. Wow, okay, that's something. Suffice to say, we're talking about a really long cycle, yeah. Whereas in the world, it would seem only the ratios have been preserved, given that each Yuga is apparently 4, 3, 2 and 1 day long respectively. Yeah, that's right, but the people I've talked to here said that things weren't always like this. Yeah, it used to be that Yuga cycle lasted for hundreds of years or maybe even longer. So that is what this world was like immediately after it was mooned away and became a Lostbelt. Right, I'm sure the period where Kali would show up had to have been proportionally longer back then. But I'd also bet that they showed up much less frequently than they do now. Yeah, obviously, because now it's like 1 day only. Otherwise, the people here would have gone extinct long ago. Yeah, but over time the cycle got shorter and shorter, and now it only lasts only 10 days. I have to think that drastically shortened last cycle is why there are many more Kali now. They used to only be let out a bit at a time, but now the floodgates have opened, so to speak. Why did Arjuna shorten the Yuga cycle so much? Yeah, I wonder. Part of it is thanks to the disciple pouring poison in his ear, just like I said earlier. Okay. And part of it is that the Tree of Emptiness has given him power he didn't have before that lets him do so. Okay, so the main culprit here is Asha though, man. Wow. Yeah, I know that only addresses the how, not the why. I'm getting into that. I think the reason he sped things up so much is to reach whatever end he has in mind for all this that much faster. In short, looks like he's in a rush to create his perfect world. So he's basically pruning out humans just to make a society of good human beings. Uh, okay. What do you mean by that? Okay, now I can finally answer the question that's been plaguing all of you. What exactly happened earlier? The answer is that it's something unique Arjuna does, something that isn't meant to happen in a normal yuga. Whenever one of these shortened yuga cycle comes to an end, he purges everything he considers defective and unnecessary from this world. So okay, so the dog got... He believes that by repeating the process over and over, he eventually arrives at a perfect world devoid of anything it shouldn't have, or as he thinks of it, evil. Damn, that's one hell of a destination. I see, so this purging must include living things, not just inanimate objects. Right, and as far as I can tell, when a living thing is purged, it's like it never existed. Oh yeah, okay. So that's what happened to the poor dog that couldn't run after breaking its leg. I can't believe it. Asha loved that dog more than anything. Now she doesn't even remember him. Yeah, that's harsh. It happens to anyone who's unlucky enough to get killed by a Kali too. It's a sort of disqualifying offense. Same goes for people who end up as social pariahs, or if Arjuna himself ends up judging you to be flawed. Oh my god, when the next yuga rolls around, they just cease to exist. It might sound contradictory, but I think Arjuna adjusts for things like that whenever he remakes the world. I see, that would explain how continuity and discontinuity can exist simultaneously in a new yuga. For example, Asha may have completely forgotten her beloved dogs, but she still remembered all of you. But how does such a thing even work? I'm not entirely sure myself, but I can tell you what that blabbermouth disciple of the foreign god said. He said Arjuna collects every bit of data that makes up the world whenever he blows away, kind of like a snapshot. Also, that was what we were seeing, like the little bits and pieces of the world being reconstructed, like little snapshots. Then when it's time to begin a new Krita Yuga, he uses the data, let's call it snapshot A, to resemble the world. As he puts everything back together, he removes all the elements he deems defective and unnecessary. And in the end, he has a new world based on snapshot A, but reflecting the changes he made. Oh, I get it. Oh god. Oh, I get it. He's a cheater. He's basically hacking his save data, changing the parameters to suit his preferences before reloading it. Cheaters, the scum of gamers are everywhere. Don't they know hacking saves take all the fun out of it? He's not doing this to have fun. All he cares about is making what he considers to be a perfect world. A world consisting of what is truly necessary, with nothing wasted or evil to be found. Aha, now I know what genre he's playing to. He's into 4X game. Wait, what's 4X games? What's a 4X game? Wait a minute, I consider myself a kind of a gamer and I don't even know what she's talking about. Subgenre of a strategy-based computer and board games and include both turn-based and real-time. Okay, so it's like strategy games. I usually don't play strategy games, so that's why I don't know. Okay. Oh my god, they're going to ask her anyways. What are those? A 4X game is a simulation where the player just sets the initial parameters and the world sort of plays out from there. Okay, like she explained it a lot more easier. And if you are a cheater, if something happens in your sim that you don't like, say if an enemy nation takes you by surprise and invades you, you save your game, hack your data and reload, and it's like the enemy nation was bothering you, never existed. Okay. That's the kind of thing we're talking about here, right? Arjuna's just doing that over and over until he wins, right? I swear, what's the point of even playing if you're just gonna cheat to win? That's cheaters, that's what I say. Yeah, you tell them. I guess some people just care about the destination, not the journey. Video game analogies aside, if that's true, it sounds like Arjuna isn't remaking the world from scratch every time he resets the cycle then. Yeah, instead he's basically treating the world like a model, adding new parts and removing old ones. Yeah, he's snapshotting everything and removing unnecessary parts. Then it would stand to reason that strictly speaking, the people here may not be dying and being brought back to life. Yeah, it seems more likely that everything down to their souls are being saved as data, and that their memories are being modified when they're put back into the new world. Yeah, and if that's the case, we're talking about a much smaller scale feat than creating the entire universe from nothing. It's still a big friggin' deal, don't get me wrong. But if Arjuna's got every Indian divinity and support from the Tree of Emptiness, it's theoretically possible. I'm beginning to see the larger picture. There is something about this Lostbelt that is almost reminiscent of a singularity. Oh, which one? The Russian, Scandinavian and the Chinese Lostbelts we've seen so far were all the result of a world where some defective event happened in their respective paths to dramatically change the course of history. But this Indian Lostbelt is still in the middle of its defective event. Okay. Here its king is continually trying to evolve the world by regularly recreating it with parameters that would be unthinkable in proper human history. While he has yet to reach his goal of perfected world, I suspect the reason this world was pruned is that the very act of trying to change it in such a manner was considered a mistake. Yeah, obviously. What's it, Director Gordolf? If you have any questions, please go right ahead. Do you ever shut up? Wait, what? Why? He's telling us his theories. I don't mind you explaining things, but I insist you do so concisely in a report I can read it at my leisure. Yeah, less than 20 words. Oh my god. You just gave me flashbacks to one of my teachers in my clock tower days who would lecture me for what felt like days to an end. Who cares if the people here are technically dying or not, whether the world is being remade? The part that actually matters is that we will die if we get caught in that. I suppose you do have a point. Of course I do. Now then, I say we pivot this discussion to more practical matters, namely how do we stay safe and what is our next course of action. You there, Pepperoncino. It's only by my good graces that you're running around outside instead of being confined in the border under lock and key. Now that Pepperoncino is not there, he is like, all like, what can I say? Like, he's so excited and so prepped up. Now, repay the favor by telling us something we can use, damn it. Something you can use? Well, I guess I can think of one thing. Pulling off a feat that massive takes out a lot of Arjuna, so he isn't able to move around much. And I don't just mean the long stretch of time at the end of Kali Yuga when he charges up the noble phantasm. I'm pretty sure that unlike most servants, he doesn't do much of anything the rest of the time either. I guess he just doesn't have access to the energy he would need to do more than ride the Vimana of his. So he basically uses his noble phantasm, kind of rests and does it again when he gets all ready. I think that's how he spends most of his time, just riding around the Tree of Emptiness on his Vimana. Damn, that's sad. Of course, he might look like he's spacing out up there, but I'm sure he's keeping an close eye out for the next bit of evil to purge. It's probably got something to do with containing so many powerful divinities within himself. It would also explain why he seems so devoid of personality, yeah. But then isn't that exactly what he would need other servants to handle other things for him? Aswathaman did say something about that, didn't he? Yeah, the Lokpalas. Yeah, he did. I think he called himself a Lokpala. Lokpala. In original Indian mythology, Lokpala were said to protect the world. They were the guardians of all directions. There you go. Though I don't know what that could mean. We know who Nessa is now, but who were the other two servants? I'm afraid I don't know. I was already out on the outs with Arjuna when he got around summoning them. By that time, he just considered me an outsider he didn't need to worry about, though since I'm Aswathaman's former master, he did tell his servants to eliminate me if they happened to see me. Suffice to say, I have no idea what their true names are, though I get the feeling they're an archer and a caster. Yeah. I think I could make an educated guess, but there's no point in speculation at this point. We need solid info. Well, this seems like a good time to tell you that those servants are not only the true enemies we face here. Yeah, the Kalis are also here. There are also the sacred beasts, the mystical creatures, the people here referred to as the agents of God. Yeah. Oh, those, they're primitive guardian beasts Arjuna made to counteract the Kali. They manifest naturally. Like, why even? Like, why are the Kali then, like, coming? Like, if he needs someone to counteract them. I'm guessing, like, it's like, like something that kind of keeps a balance or something, who knows. And since there are almost no Kali during the peaceful Krita Yuga, there are no mythical beasts as well, I'm guessing. The beasts are supposed to just wander around like normal animals. Oh, okay. Supposed to? Oh my, you're a better listener than I took you for. Attentiveness is a wonderful quality, you know. Supposed to. Oh great, wow. Sacred beasts. Yeah, they're not wandering around now. I guess that means Arjuna really doesn't want us here then. So of course they'll attack us on sight now, just like the Kali. You said these beasts wander around like ordinary animals, yes? Then we clearly can't let our guard down just because it's Krita Yuga now. Still, I don't know if it's the sunshine or what, but my body feels lighter now. This shouldn't take long. Yeah, I'll show you guys how well I can hold on my own in a fight, or at least I hope I'll be able to. Also, we're getting buffed to, like, this time. Let's see. They're saying like my, body's feeling light and everything. So that will be interesting if we get buffs. Okay. Let's see. Oh yeah, there you go. The debuff is still there, but there is a little buff. Okay, I'll use it later on. Let me just... Oh. Let me just... Wait, she's... Wow. Wow, she has some interesting attack patterns. Okay, let me... Okay. Let's use her MP. Ganesha power. Ganesha impact. I'll start working out tomorrow. Wow. Yeah, she's very strong, especially as a tank. Okay, let me use... Okay, let's do this, and this. Okay. Alright, let's do... Okay, let me just take care of this first. Oh damn, it's sealed my skill. Excuse me. There, and there. Oh damn, the critical didn't. Oh god. Well. Okay, let me. Okay, I don't think I need the noble phantasm. Yeah, I don't need it. Let's just end this like this. Ah. All right. Okay, again no battles. Let's start this one. Okay, now that we have gone over how things generally work in this Lostbelt, what do you think of it? Well, it's definitely unique, you know. Yeah, it's really sad that she doesn't even realize that the dog is gone. I don't think it's right. Yeah. Me neither. Asha and Vihan looked to me like they were the best of friends. They were like family. And I'm positive that had nothing to do with how well Vihan could or couldn't run. Yeah, like what did the dog even do wrong, you know? Like human beings, like, you know, they are selfish, they do wrong things. But what does an animal, like, you know, like it's a dog. So like the thing that Arjuna wasn't able to realize that the dog is something that, like, you know, is worthy enough, like, that itself is flawed. Like I can understand, like even though it's not correct, like, you know, like destroying, not like, you know, erasing humans who are actually bad, I can kind of understand, even though that's still wrong. But like what did a dog do wrong, you know, like that he was not selected? Like what? Anyways, it didn't matter how well he could hunt or stand guard either. As far as Asha was concerned, she just loved him and wanted him to stay by her side. Oh. So if the god of this world just erased their relationship for his own reasons, what happens to all the love she had for him, all the happiness she felt when they were together? Yeah, where does it go? You said it. Oh, amazing. The same girl who used to resemble nothing so much like a living doll, expounding all lust. Yeah, Masha's changed a lot, you know, from the first singularity. Oh, this is just precious. I think I'm going to cry. Although, I wonder what Beryl would say if he saw his new Masha. Who's Beryl? Oh, it's one of the Cryptors, isn't it? I can't remember the names of the Cryptors. So, allow me to offer some criticism of this world from a different perspective. Okay, I'm sure it's been some time since a calendar meant anything in this world, but for the purposes of our discussion, let's say the year is 2021, alright? As I'm sure you're aware from visiting the nearby town, civilization has not advanced anything like as far as in proper human history. That is not to say I only value post-industrial age advances or that I have no appreciation for a life lived in harmony with nature. I assure you, neither is true. Yeah, you need to be clear about these kind of things, you know? Like, it's 2021, you can get cancelled for anything. I'm merely saying that the civilization as a whole has clearly not progressed here when compared to proper human history. That aspect alone is enough for me to declare the world a far cry from anything approaching the ideal. Okay. The march of civilization has stalled here just like in the Chinese Lostbelt, albeit for very different reasons. And it hardly needs saying, but I don't like the way this god does things either. Cheaters gets permabanned, that's what I say. Oh, another note. Is everything okay, Rama? Something in your mind? I just realized something. What? Arjuna has obtained every Indian divinity in this Lostbelt's history, right? Yeah. Then that would mean Sita. Well, that would also mean that you're also one of them, you know? Really? Just as I am an avatar of Vishnu, Sita is an avatar of Vishnu's consort Lakshmi. Yeah. Of course, that doesn't mean they are one and the same, but they are certainly close enough. So then, what should I do? Wait, what? Wait, what else I have to say for? This is who I am. It's my very reason for existing. Well, yeah, I guess, but... So, love is your main motivator for defeating Arjuna. Well, that's beautiful. Well, I guess Rama is thinking that maybe if I defeat Arjuna, maybe I'll get to meet Sita. Something like that, who knows. What do you think of Arjuna, Pepe? Me? As I said, I thought he is and his world were a dead end for the moment I meet him. Can't get much further from my type than this version of Arjuna. He might be a pretty face, but that soul of his is ugly as sin. Master, there may not be any need for me to say this, but please let me say it again anyway. Pepe is a good person. I believe we can trust him, and I think we should work together with him on this. I think so too, yeah. Ah, that's so sweet. Thanks, you two. It will be the first time a crypto is working with us, you know? Nonetheless, the fact remains that you are a cryptor. Are you truly about to let your assigned Lostbelt be destroyed? What will you say to the others? Why, I'll just say I did my best, but it wasn't good enough. Oopsie. Yeah, that works every time. I don't want to get on the bad side either. I'm just going to go with the flow here. That's what I was thinking. Like, he was kind of like, keeping this all under wraps, like all this time, like even in the meetings and all. He was acting as if everything was fine. But yeah. Well, I trust you even less now. If you're so easygoing, why did you join the Cryptors in the first place? You could have just turned them down from the start. Yeah, true. Well, that was a cruel thing to say. Okay. Huh? Circumstantial change confirmed. I have proposal for you chosen ones, an offer for those of you who were cast aside. If you desire acclamation, then choose rebirth. If you desire indolence, then choose eternal sleep. It makes no difference to a god. Okay. I didn't want to have you to tell you this, but we didn't have any choice. Yeah, obviously, like either live or die. That's the choice they were given. Thawing the coffins might not sound like a big deal, but it's basically like recovering dead bodies. We were all dead in there. We were not going to wake up from that darkness. But then the foreign god came and told us, you may live on as a cryptor or die as a master. And that was that. Honestly, I still don't know who or what this foreign god is. Eustacia seems like he does, but he's not the one to talk. All I know is in exchange for being given a new life, we were to be thrown out into this newly wiped clean world and put in charge of growing our world respective Lostbelt's tree of emptiness. Of course, I know we betrayed all mankind when we choose to leave our coffins as cryptors, so I'm not under any illusion that we are the real victims here. I'll even admit that I thought this game to see who will be the king of the world sounded fun. Whatever will be, you know. If an old monk friend of mine were here now, he'd probably say something like, you guys were just unlucky. Wait, who is he talking about? Still, there's nothing to be gained from cursing your fate, and besides I was already getting bored with it. So I'm just going to do the best I can and try not to throw my life away for anything. I'm not going to sell out my fellow cryptors, and I have no desire to fight you all to death either. And still, this works out for both of us. Isn't that good enough for now? Then does that mean nobody on Team A willingly chose to fight with the foreign god? I don't think so. I'm sure there are a lot of people, like, a lot of the cryptors who actually had motivations. For example, let's just take Akta, like, I'm sure, like obviously we know her story. So I'm sure she voluntarily, like, wanted to do this. And Ophelia, like her, like, like devotion to Christacia, like all these things. I don't know about all of us, but me, Kadok, and Ophelia sure didn't. Oh wait. Oh, okay, there you go. Oh wait, I guess Ophelia's an exception. There you go. I was thinking, like, why is he calling, like, like mentioning Ophelia's name? Because I didn't feel like Ophelia didn't have any kind of motivation for doing this, but because, Christacia was involved in this, that was her motivation, I guess. She's sure to become a cryptor for her own very personal reasons. Then please, just tell me one thing. Where does the name Cryptors come from? Okay. Is it a code name for something? Did a foreign god give it to you? No way, you're really bringing that up now. Alright, I remember. You never knew this, did you, Mashi? Now it all makes sense. The name Cryptors, what? Comes from director Marisberry. It was the title he gave to the special masters who were chosen for Team A. Okay. Alright. Anywho, let's talk about how exactly we can go to beating Arjuna. Oh my god, the face! Because I'll be honest, I've got nothing! This is no laughing matter. He even shrugged off my noble phantasm like it was nothing. Although now I understand why. It's because his very divine existence is just as strong. There's no trick to or even magecraft involved. It's just what he is, plain and simple. Gee, so he even cheats by existing. How in the world are you supposed to beat him then? Honestly, you're in much worse shape to fight him now that Karni's out of the picture, yeah. I just don't see how Ganesha there could ever fill his shoes no matter how hard she tries. Oh my god. Hey, you don't have to rub it in, believe me, I'm well aware. I say we go look for Ganesha number 2. True, there could be another rogue servant there. If we could find them and win them over, it would be the fastest and the surest way of bolstering our ranks. That would be great, but it is a big if. Well, if there is anyone else like Ganesha around here, there's a good chance someone in town might know about them. Yeah. Why don't we go head back to Biju again and see what we can find out? Sounds good to me. Then what are we waiting for? Like they say, no road is long with good company, and it's best to make hay while the sun shines. Eee. I don't know what noise he made there, but it's something very, you don't know. Don't worry about a thing. I'll make sure we never run out of things to talk about on the way. Yeah, I'm sure. I can't say that was actually a concern. What's the matter with Mash? We didn't have any choice. That's right, I'd forgotten that. Yeah, everyone had their reasons for making the choices they did. That's why things ended up like this. Yeah, like they had their own motivations. Nice people, not so nice people, people who were interested in me, people who weren't interested in me. I know everyone on Team A. I'd forgotten I knew that. I only remembered that they were also people who lived in Chaldea. That's why right now, if I was stronger, maybe I wouldn't be feeling so conflicted now. If only I was a perfect demi-servant, then... Mash? Oh, sorry, it's nothing. It looks like we are almost there. I already have an idea of who we can talk to first. It would be great if she knows something. Asha? Other gods? I guess you haven't heard anything then? Maybe using the word god isn't the best way to go about it. It may be better to take a different approach. Yeah, true. We're looking for someone who is very much out of place in the world. In other words, someone who finds this place as wrong as we do. If someone like that exists, they'd probably be out fighting Kali regardless of what Yuga it is. So the question we should be asking is... Here, little miss, let me put it to you this way. Have you heard any rumors about naughty heretics who don't obey your god's teaching? Oh, besides us, of course. Oh, I think the mayor would probably know something like that. Yeah. I'm guessing we're going to meet Lakshmibai after this. Well, I wouldn't call them bad exactly. Everything's alive in this world. It's God's creation after all. But I would say they're just a bit too focused on the wrong things, unfortunately. Nonetheless, yes, I have heard there are people like that in the village on the other side of the mountain. I'm told they spend most of the time taking up weapons and fighting the Kali in defiance of the god's teachings. Yeah, that's Lakshmibai. We certainly do things differently than we do in Bichu, where we accept God's trials with pity and grace. But I suppose that is just the way they choose to live their lives. It's still a bit shocking how much more amiable he is now compared to when we first met him, yeah. But at any rate, this is great. Now we have a promising lead. Let's head to the village right away, master. Sounds good to me, but just be aware that you might not be able to get there by nightfall. I think it's better if we don't move around too much in the middle of the night, so if you find a good place to make camp, don't be shy about doing just right, okay? Don't worry about that. I hate going on forced march. If I have to go hiking, I make sure to take it nice and slow. Yeah. As long as I'm around, I won't be letting anyone push themselves too hard. Not even if they want to. That's reassuring. Okay. Okay, this also has no battles. She's sleeping. We'll be heading back at dawn, Pepe. Are you sure you don't need to get some sleep? What about you, Mashi? You're still standing watch this late? I'm a demi-servant, so I'm fine without sleep for a while. Funny how you're okay without sleep, but the divine spirit over there apparently can't get enough. Well, that's okay. That works out nicely for me. Mind if I stand watch with you for a while? Oh no, that's fine with me. That was only a pretense, of course. I was actually just waiting for a good chance to ask you this. Did you get a chance to talk to Ophelia? Oh, okay. Yeah. Yes, I did. We didn't have a lot of time, but I still feel like we said a lot. Much more than we ever expressed to each other in Chaldea. I'm glad to hear that. She always did want to have a good heart-to-heart with you, I could tell. Yeah. So, what do you talk about? Well, one of our topics was yeah, was romance. No way, seriously. What I wouldn't give to have been a fly on the wall for that. Yeah, I can't think of anything better than Ophelia talking about romance. I can just imagine the three of us chatting over a nice cup of tea, hours passing in the blink of an eye. Do you know what happened to everyone, Pepe? I heard what happened from Crustacea and the others, yes, but those are just boring old facts. That's not what I really want to know. That's why I wanted to ask you about them directly. See, I don't think there's anything I need to keep secret, so I'm happy to answer any questions you have. Even though I'm a Cryptor, even though I'm your enemy? Well, you're currently our ally, so I guess. Yes, I remember that despite everything what's happened, we were still both members of Team A. That hasn't changed just because you're a Cryptor now too. I see. Well, thank you. I'm sure Kadok, Ophelia and Akuta are frustrated by how things turned out, but I doubt they have any regrets. So, they all fought bravely, huh? And here I am just pathetically doing what I can to survive. Well, you need to do what you need to do, you know. Like, circumstances. I don't think that's anything you need to feel bad about. Hey, I'm still on the Cryptor side. I can't help but be frustrated too. No matter how hard it is to survive, I still find myself thinking that there might have been a better way to end things. Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to bring down the mood. If things don't go your way even after you've struggled as much as you can, your only choice is to give up and move on. I just had to come on terms with that again. Yeah, it's true, you know, that like there are people who really like, you know, keep doing like it's good to keep doing like, you know, something, go striving for your goal. But if it is something that like, you know, you do 1 time, 2 times, 10 times, 100 times and it still doesn't work, instead of like, you know, doing the same thing over and over again with no result, I think it's best to move on. I know, there's like a lot of people who actually spend their whole life doing that and don't get the desired results by the end of it, and then they regret the time they have spent for that. I'm not saying that you should not go for your goals. You should definitely go for your goals, but you should keep in mind that your time is limited, on earth. So the time that you spend should be spent wisely. Anyways, that's just my lot in life, I'm afraid. Nothing I do ever quite seems to work out. Really, but you have always seemed to me like you excel at everything you do. That's only because I stick to things I know I can do. No, I'm talking about fate. I'm talking about fate and destiny. But hey, that can be extremely motivating in its own right. And it's not like I've given up on everything. Alright, I think it's time I go to bed. A complexion this perfect requires plenty of sleep. Yeah. Besides, how could I look Ophelia in the eye if I neglected my own skincare after I kept admonishing her? Thank you for telling me what happened with the other Cryptors, Mashi. Good night. Of course, good night, Pepe. Oh, is that it? Yeah. Okay, let's see. We have 3 arrows here. Okay, so I'll be taking a little break. So in the next part of the video, I'll resume this. This is section 8, the Queen of the Walled Village. Okay, in the next section, we are definitely going to meet Lakshmibai. So I'm quite excited for that. So yeah, guys, the video will continue, but I'm going to take a break here a little bit. So see you guys in the next part of the video. Hey guys, I'm back and let's resume my gameplay video. So we completed section number, I think 7. Yeah, 7. And today we'll be starting section number 8. This has 3 arrows, so this will be quite short, I'm guessing. And we're probably going to meet Lakshmibai. So let's see, the Queen of the Walled Village. Yeah, I'm sure of it. So yeah, let's start. Okay. I'm quite looking forward to this, this section, because obviously I'm like, from the title we can already guess we're going to meet Lakshmibai. So okay, 1 day passed. It's the 2nd day of the Krita Yuga. Oh damn, these things are still here. Oh, are these the people who are fighting, revolting? Damn, sacred beasts, of all luck running into a huge pack of them like this. I think so. It seems luck was not on our side today. I was hoping we could pass them by without incident, but oh well. What the? Why is this censored? I'm so sorry, I was so close to them that I ended up drawing my bow in fear. Don't worry about it, the blame is partly mine for forgetting how it feels to hold a weapon for the first time. I'll need to reevaluate both the technical and mental aspects of our training program. Yeah, it is Lakshmibai. At any rate, the rest of you hurry back to the village. I'll hold them off here. But no buts, but we can't risk leading them towards the village. Besides, the more commotion we make, the more likely we are to be captured by the Lokpala we've been hearing rumors about. The Lokpala are said to serve God directly and have incredible power in their own right. The moment they find us, it's over. We can't let that happen. I could manage on my own if it came to that, but if you or the village caught their eye, it would be disastrous. So I want you all to head back to Deval ahead of me. And don't forget the supplies we collected. Deval? What is a div? What? Do they mean the wall? Like, I think they're mentioning to the wall, like Deval, like it means the wall. So I think it's that they're mentioning. But you can't possibly handle them all on your own. Don't worry, my plan isn't to defeat them all. It'll just be buying us time, and I am well accustomed to the trials of endurance. Besides, I already told you, I am not human. I am something else, something with a power of 1,000 ordinary people. Okay, she realizes that she's a servant. Obviously, like servants realize that they are servants. So yeah, a shadow of humanity who once manifested in this land by the grace of the rightful gods. I know this isn't the first time we have to stay behind, but man, it sucks not being able to drive around in our vehicle. What is the point of even having it then? Don't be ridiculous. If the enemy were to find and destroy the border, the jig would be well and truly up. Well, Gordolf is a bit cautious, so yeah. I'm sure he is very relieved that, like, they don't have to go around. Camouflage function or not, we still need to make sure we stay out of sight all the time. So, okay. Alright. The mad dash we made to pick up the field team during the Kali Yuga was under the most extenuating of circumstances. There will be no repeat performance. Alright, sir. Whatever you say. Yeah, I was just grumbling. I know you're right on this one, God. Yeah, it's true. It's true, he is like correct most of the times. Oh my god. Like, he's the sense of reason. Like, anime characters are usually hot-blooded. Like they usually like go around doing things like, like do some stuff which normal people would never dream of doing. So Gordon is like the normal people. He is like, he's very cautious and all. So yeah, he's kind of holding everyone back in a good way, not letting them do crazy stuff. Okay. Oh, just a moment. Do you think we can stop and hide in the tall grass over there? Okay. Yes, I set the ordinance to silent mode. Please be as quiet as you can, everyone. Fao is also being quiet. Oh god, these things. That's a lot of sacred beasts. Luckily, they don't seem to have noticed us. Let's stay here and wait for them to pass. They're certainly very pretty to look at. No wonder the people here call them agents of God. Yeah, they look like, like some unicorns. We saw those horse-like things before. They really are just like any other animal, without any Kali around, huh? I wonder what they eat. Maybe we should use food to tame them. I don't think you should try that. Like, you yourself might become food for them. Okay. They're gone. Good. Then let's keep going. It shouldn't be much further to our destination village. Whoa. I see something. That must be it over there. Thank goodness we didn't run into any trouble on the way. I like the wall they've put here. Gives the place a real freedom fighter vibe. Yeah, so Deval, obviously they're mentioning that in the previous section. They're mentioning wall. Like, I was unable to properly get it because the spelling was a bit different than I imagined. Like, it was written Deval. Like, so like I was thinking, what is a Deval? But then I realized that, yeah, in Hindi, Deval means wall. So I was able to, like, properly, I was not unable to probably catch it. I did not expect them suddenly, like, putting like Deval like that. So that's why I was a bit confused. I was thinking, like, is this something else that they're trying to mention? But I guess they are trying to mention the walls. So yeah. The mayor of Bichu did say they'd go around fishing Kali here. If anything, I would be surprised if their village weren't fortified like this. Oh, fighting. I wrote fishing. I was like, what the hell? They're fishing them? Oh my god. Okay. Oh god. Come on, hurry. It's us. Open the gate, quick. Those people seem to be in an awful big hurry to get inside. I wonder what was that all about. Looks like we were far enough away for them that they did not notice us. But did you see they may have only been modified to farm implements, but they were still carrying weapons. Yeah. They really do seem to be different from the people of Bichu. We may well be able to learn something new here. I think you're right. Let's go see. Okay, be careful, they might like, shoot you with, I don't know, like shoot arrows at you or something. They're not opening the gate for us. And they're not answering when we knock either. Oh. Hey, open the gate for us. I'll have you know, most nations would be thrilled to have me pay them a visit. Let me see if I can hear something from inside. Who was that? Is someone here? Oh no. Ah, this is it. They found us. We're done for. What do we do? What are we gonna do? How should I know? There's no way we can fight them off on our own. Okay, Lakshmibai is outside as far as I can remember. She said, she asked them to go and, go to their village on their own. We'll just have to keep the gate closed until she gets back. Yeah. I'm not sure why, but they sound very agitated. Well, yeah, obviously. God is trying to kill them, so, every 10 days. And Kali and the sacred beasts are also trying to kill them, so. Oh, I've got a bad feeling about this, and my bad feelings about this sort of thing have a way of always being right. At least we know there are people inside. And since we are servants, we could probably just jump over the wall if we had. Alright. Of course, just cause we can doesn't mean we. You there, what are you doing here? Yeah, there she is, I guess. Oh, a servant reading. Well, it seems luck is with you today, master. Of course, we aren't yet sure whether this is good or bad luck. Whoever this servant is, they're headed your way at top speed. Be on your guard. Oh my god. And they just jumped clean over us and landed on top of the gate. Whoa. Ah, there she is. It's a servant we've never met before. Well, that's too bad. I wouldn't have made things a lot simpler if we already knew each other. I hate getting chewed out by strangers. It's like 100 times worse than when it's someone you know. That's very true, whenever a stranger chews you out, you feel very bad. Like you think like, oh my god, what did I do to even deserve this? What I'm trying to say is this lady looks really pissed off at us, so maybe do something about that. The divine aura. Curses, despite my best efforts, it looks like you have already found us. You must be the ones who serve the false god, the Lokpala. Huh? I think you've got the wrong idea. Whoa, slow down. Us the Lokpala? You must be joking. Don't lie to me, it can't be a coincidence that you've shown up now. Besides, I heard you were planning to invade our village by jumping over... God, Ganesha. I have no idea what you're talking about, but I'm sure that is just a misunderstanding. I only mentioned jumping the wall to rule it out as a... So, Ganesha was using reverse psychology, okay. So you continue to lie to me. Very well, if you have finally learned of my existence and the existence of this village that seeks to end the false god cycle, then so be it. I will run and hide no longer. If the time has come to fight, then I shall rise to the challenge. Prepare yourselves, Lokpala, you will not be taking anything from me this day. Even if I face a god, this time I will make sure to defend my home to the very end. Yeah. Okay, we'll have to choose the servants now, I'm guessing. Yeah. Okay, obviously she's a saber, so I guess archer. Yeah. I'm going to take some archers. Where's Gilgamesh? There she is. Gilgamesh and obviously my Ishtar. Let me take my Bond CE as well. Where is it? There it is. And okay, let me take Jolter in this time. Just because I want to use her Bond CE as well. Okay, that's nice. And for extra insurance, let me take Mew as well. Alright, I guess that's okay. Yeah, that's fine. Let me just keep Lakshmibai here just because I want to increase her bond, bond points. All right. I hope this. I think this battle will be easy, a lot easier. I don't know, but let's see. Because usually, like she's an ally, so I doubt she'll go full out on us. I hope at least. Oh no. Okay, thank you, Pepe. Nice, he's helping us. Okay, let's go full out from the beginning. And let's unleash Gilgamesh's noble phantasm. Damn. Wow. Okay. All right, now let's do this. I just laugh. Okay, there you go. One health bar gone. Now for the last one. Whoa. These type of attacks, I'm talking about the enemies attacks, are very helpful. You know why? Because they boost your NP up so high. Like, you know, like I remember like in Babylonia, I think it was Gorgon. Like, you know, one of her attacks was so, like, you know, like like it fully boosted my NP up from, I think, 20 to 100. Like it was so, like, you know, like what can I say? Like, just a second, let me just, like it was so quick, you know, with the different attacks. Like, look at this. Like, look at this. Oh my god, the crits are... Okay, okay, let me just... Pepe, I need some help. Oh damn, Jump's going to go down. Okay. Ishtar's noble phantasm is also prepped up. And let me just... Let me save Gilgamesh because, you know... And there you go. Okay, that didn't even scratch her. Ooh. Okay, good. Good, no one died. Nice. Okay. It's time to wrap this up. Oh god. With Enma Elish. And that's the end. Oh, just a little bit more. There you go.
結果よ。神、舐めないでよね。
Okay, the bond increased, and yeah. Okay, so now Tevar. Oh, whoa. Okay, who should I take here? I should take Saber and... Okay, let's do this. Let's take Ganesha. Let's take Saber. Let me just change this one here. And okay, who was I supposed to take? Oh, let me take an alter ego. Where is Okita? Where is my Okita? Where is she? What the hell? Oh, there she is. Okay, and let me just change this. Let me use... No. God damn it. Okay, let's do something here. Let me just switch this up. And should I take another alter ego? No, let me just let me take a normal oh damn. Okay, I'm ready. Let's go. Oh, what the... Oh god, what the hell? Yes, I'm aware. I'm very well aware indeed. The fox woman is up to something, isn't she? Well, that's not new, I guess. Then if I may, allow me to tell you something of great importance. Oh, no. Of course, I would leave the decision of what to do with this information entirely in your capable hands. All I would humbly ask of you is your attention. That said, I must stress that depending on how things turn out, matters could grow very serious indeed. Damn, he is very proficient in manipulating people. Why? What if my colleague, one of the foreign god's disciples, ostensibly sent here to help you, were to become the very sort of things you cast out of your world? Oh. Okay. Damn, they're still fighting. Please listen to us. The Lokpal are our enemy as well. We only came here in hope of finding allies who could help us fight against them. Talk is cheap. I've lost track of how many times someone claiming to be my friend betrayed me. Hey look, she's back and she's fighting to protect... Oh no god, they're going to come and join as well. We're saved. Then those are Lokpala. Damn it, they finally found our village. Please my lady, help us. The Lokpala showed up right after we got back to the village. We've been barring the gate and holding out until you arrived. There, you see, I knew you couldn't be trusted. What did I tell you? Misunderstandings only invite further misunderstandings. I've seen this sort of things before, back in the clock tower. No, all of my life really. Damn, that's pretty, what can I say? Sad. I would look around one day and realize everyone had forsaken me, even though I didn't do anything wrong. Oh my god, Gordon is... well, I, like, obviously, like, you know, like, I had an inkling that this guy did not live a good life. Like, you know, the way he projects everything as, like, you know, he acts as if like he's the tough one, and you know, he's the leader kind of thing. That really shows how insecure he is, which kind of is the result of something that might have happened in his past. So yeah, he's a good guy, but like his past experiences must have some lingering results that still persist now, even now. Well, maybe that's not entirely accurate. There was this Gordolf. I was again going to call him Gordon. What the hell? Sorry, hun, but your life story is gonna have to wait. Okay? The circumstances being what they are, she shouldn't seem to truly be trying to kill us, but she's certainly very hard-headed. Her movements are as firm as her beliefs, it seems. Hey Rama, are you feeling this too? What? I am, it's faint, but she definitely has the air of a divine spirit. Maybe she's a pseudo-servant like you. What? Wait, isn't she supposed to be Lakshmibai? Like, Lakshmibai is not a divine spirit? Good grief, I knew India has an expansive pantheon, but that can't be the answer for everything, can it? One does not generally run into a divine spirit at every corner, so to speak. Forget that, how do you get her to listen to us? We'll never get anywhere if we don't clear up this misunderstanding. I can't seem to get through to her no matter what I say. Oh? Well, aren't you going to try to scale these walls? You'll need to do better than... Is that? What? It looks like something caught her eye. What? She seems to be looking at something far away. What's going on? Well, this is certainly less than optimal. I know you're in the midst of a battle, but I strongly urge you to take note of your surroundings, particularly what is behind you immediately. Behind us? Wait, what is behind us? Oh. Okay. What? Sacred beasts? Huh? Wait, this pack looks kind of familiar. Are these the ones that passed us by earlier? These were going on a different direction. I'm pretty sure they didn't notice us at all. Well, you're having a fight here, so I guess they got lured in or something. Maybe there's something here that lured them this way. You guys are fighting, so won't the noise go and lure them in? A different group from the sacred beast we encountered earlier. Of all things for them to show up. No, this is no coincidence. It only makes sense that the Lokpala would have the means to control them. Hello? Are you listening to us? Oh my god. They must be trying to make their way into our village and cleanse it, especially since one of our elderly died this morning. Oh, really? Begone, foul agents of false god. You will not be claiming our dead today. So these things consume the dead or something. My, she does make for quite the striking figure, doesn't she? She certainly does. She must be the main manifestation of a noble heroic spirit, here to guide the people of the place along with the right path. What the? Wait, did she fall? Oh my god. She fell from the wall. What the hell? What happened? Did someone knock her off the wall? No, it looks to me like she just sort of lost her foot. Now she's wriggling where she fell. It looked like her feet are stuck in some hole in the ground. Hole? Curses, I can't believe I fell right into one of the pitfalls we dug to prepare. Oh my god, for the next Kali attack. Okay. Give me a moment, I'll be out in no time. Oh god. Looks like they're pissed off about all the dramatic tension evaporating. Though I could just be projecting there. Okay. We can't just let the sacred beast hurt her when she's incapacitated. Let's take them down and keep her safe, master. You know him, get him, guys. Oh. Oh god. Well, Lakshmibai has been unlucky in a lot of, like the whole thing with her life and all. So probably, is that the reason why she kind of fell down? Because of her luck or something? I don't know. Wait, I have to check it out. What is her luck stat? I have to check it out. Okay, the next time I'll check it out. Okay, this battle will also probably be not that difficult. Okay, let's start with the noble phantasm. Okay, I'm selecting this because let's do this. There you go. Oh god, it's lagging. Okay, will she be able to do this? Let's see. Oh no, a little bit, but okay, she almost destroyed every, took out every enemy, but still, it was a little short. Okay, let's do something here. Okay, let's do this, 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 and this. Oh god! Ah! What the hell? I made a big mistake here. I was trying to, great. I was trying to increase Musashi's Noble Phantasm, but I chose the wrong cards. What this is? Garuda. Oh, this is Garuda. Oh, great. Let's see. Okay, I should probably use my crit attacks first. This and this, then this. Let's see. Ooh, ooh, ooh. There you go. Nice. Okay, now let's use Ganesha's power. Oh, that was supposed to. Okay, okay, let's go. This and this. Okay. All right, let's see. This and this. And alright, Musashi's NP is full. So oh damn. And there you go. All right, and that's the end. Woo! Ended with a crit. Okay, and there you go. I hope she'll, listen to us after this. All hostiles in the vicinity eliminated. Well done, everyone. Yeah, she is. Well, now do you understand we're not your enemy? Yes, I do. I'm not so foolish as to insist otherwise at this point. I see now that I was gravely mistaken. No one who would fight against the sacred beasts could possibly be allies of the false god. Yeah. I'm truly sincerely sorry and I thank you for your assistance. Please tell me, why have you come here? No, on second thought, it's only right that I tell you about myself first. Yes, you have a point. Alright then, let me first ask you this. Are you a divine spirit? How is she a divine spirit? Like, yes and no. I'm a servant, but right now a goddess resides within my body, sharing her power with me. Wait, really? Which goddess? When I was first summoned to this land, she was already there inside me. There have been plenty of cases where a divine spirit would inhabit a person from the past to become a servant. And since heroic spirit servants are technically people from the past, I guess it makes sense that a divine spirit could inhabit one of them to— wait a minute. Divine spirit would have to become us. There have been plenty of cases where a divine spirit would inhabit a person from the past to become a servant. Okay. And since heroic spirits are technically people from the past, I guess. So I definitely haven't heard of many cases where it happened quite like this. I expect it's because this god and I happen to share the same name. Wait a minute, is Lakshmi inside her? Well, okay, like Sita is a kind of like a, like, you know, as Rama said, that like kind of like an incarnation of Lakshmi. So I guess I believe having words, sounds and names match is very significant when it comes to magecraft. Okay, so Lakshmi is within her. Then again, I was originally given this name in the hope of receiving her blessing, so perhaps it isn't much of a coincidence after all. Okay, I was not expecting that. You don't say. Okay, that makes sense. So what's the god's name? Come on. Lakshmi. There you go. Okay. Okay, let's see Rama's. And I am the Rani of Jhansi, a land which once existed in India who was named for her. My name is Lakshmibai, Queen of Jhansi. Alright, that came as a surprise. I was not expecting Lakshmi to be within her. So, okay, so she's also like a pseudo divine spirit, something like that. Okay, just a sec. I'm going to check something. What is her luck? Okay, oh, it's in the profile, isn't it? I thought it would be something like this. E minus. What? Oh my god. That's bad. That's very bad. That's why she tripped from the wall. Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay, a little context here. Lakshmi is Vishnu's wife, and as Rama said, you know, like he is kind of the avatar of Vishnu, and similarly Lakshmi is like, you know, like Sita is Lakshmi's avatar. So like kind of like that. Like obviously Rama and Vishnu are not the same, but it's just like, you know, they're the, like, you know, Rama is the avatar of Vishnu. So it is something like that. And Lakshmi, as we know, like is the daughter, one of the daughters of Parvati, and Lakshmi is the goddess of wealth. So these are, you know, small little informations. So yeah, okay, anyways, Lakshmibai, I would like to think that anyone would be a bit embarrassed to recount the history of their own life, no matter how proud that life they may be. So that's why Holmes has been so unusually quiet. Alright then, I guess wait, what? Why is Holmes quiet? Wait, am I missing something? Lakshmibai is a hero of the 19th century India, known for her role in the Indian rebellion. Wait a minute. If you guys know what, like, I did not understand this line. Like, Da Vinci thinks so that's why Holmes has been unusually quiet. I would like to think that anyone would be a bit embarrassed to recount the history of their own life, no matter how proud. Okay, I really did not understand this portion. Like, why is Holmes quiet then? Like, I think I'm missing something. Anyways, alright, yeah. Oh, thanks for jumping in, Captain. Why don't you take it from here? Despite being born to royalty, she took up a sword and led a small rebel army in order to protect her nation of Jhansi. She was known far and wide for her leadership and charisma. At the time, revolts were breaking out all across India under all manner of different circumstances. Yeah, it was the first war of independence of India. The rebellions that were happening against the British rule. When one small state tried to revolt, the neighboring nations would often end up siding with the British, isolating the rebels and cutting them off with working with like-minded people in other regions. But the Jhansi rebels managed to hold out until the very end. And it was all thanks to their exceptional leader, Lakshmibai. I wouldn't call myself exceptional, I was just flailing around trying to hold everything together as best as I could. Between Kunwar Singh, Tatya Tope and many others I could name, there were no end of leaders more talented than me. All that aside, you sound like you know a lot about our struggle. Are you Indian yourself? Like, as I said, I think Nemo is somehow related to India. I think I read in his bio, like, he was some kind of a captain of something. I can't remember, but I know that he's somehow related to India. I'm nobody, just another nameless. It doesn't matter where I'm from. I'm done now. Over and out. Yeah, that really gave out that he is also somehow related to India, because whenever something like this happens, he's really excited to say something. Give some more information. That really shows that, yeah, he's also somehow related. While we're at it, we should probably also go over your divine spirit Lakshmi. Yeah. Though I'm sure Ganesha and Rama know a lot more than her than I do. Yeah, why is Rama quiet? He should be. In Indian mythology, Lakshmi is known as the goddess of fortune, prosperity, beauty, and the consort of Vishnu. Right. That's right. There you go. And also, as I said, because Lakshmi is Parvati's daughter, technically Ganesha and Lakshmi are siblings. So it's like a whole whole family here. That could it be? Oh my God, Rama, calm down. Oh great, I knew this was coming. I am an avatar of Vishnu. And Sita an avatar of Lakshmi. Sita, are you in? I'm sure if you are, I'll be able to feel your presence. God damn. Oh no. I'm guessing this is clear to all of you as well, given that her grip on my skull is strong enough that the bones are starting to crack. But unfortunately, I sense no trace of Sita inside her. Yeah, obviously. Who is this man advancing on a woman she's never met before as if to propose to her? Do you mind if I break in? I understand how you feel, plus please go easy on him. Rama has his own complicated history. I see. I suppose I can blame him for misunderstanding. I should have been more precise. Well, I expected Rama to act even more quicker, I was thinking when Lakshmibai said that, I am Lakshmibai, he would have jumped up and said, oh, is the divine spirit Lakshmi inside you? Is Sita in you? Or something like that. But it took a little bit of time for him to actually realize what's happening. The goddess Lakshmi exists within me more as a power source than anything else. I can barely sense a consciousness as well. Okay, so yeah, it's like a power. It's not like Ganesha, how Jinako can converse with Ganesha, not like that. So it's just like a power source. Okay. It's almost as though her heart has been implanted in me to provide me with energy. I doubt my output can measure up to that an unadulterated, what? Oh, unadulterated divine spirit. So I'm afraid I'm not a manifestation of the goddess Lakshmi so much as my core is that of a human, Rani Lakshmibai with small elements of the goddess. Then Sita really doesn't exist inside you, as I suspected. Right, of course she doesn't. Now that I think about it, if she had, I would have sensed her well before you introduced yourself. Yeah. But I was not even able to tell that the deity within you was Lakshmi. You must have only heard divine power and nothing of a consciousness. Yeah. Ganesha didn't realize you were either. Yeah. Like, they're siblings, so of course that might be cause he was never very close to you, seeing as how you're just as up there in the pantheon as his mom Parvati. Ganesha. Yes, now that you mention it, I do sense a divine presence inside you, one I would never in a million years have guessed by looking. Oh my god, the way she said that. Yeah, I know it, but it's true. Believe me, I've spent pretty much this entire time wishing all this was just some weird joke. And I am Rama, the king of Kosala. Surely you have heard of me as well, my beloved Sita. Wow, he goes back to his own. Oh, of course, there's not a soul of India who doesn't know your name. Forgive me, I thought you were just an unusually youthful young man who hadn't yet learned how to behave around women. Maybe now's a good time to share our side? Good point, we have a bunch of things we need to tell you about. Who we are, how we got here, what we are trying to do. It's a long story, but I hope you'll bear with us. Okay. And I think that about sums it up. Hold it, what about me? Sorry, Gordy. I thought you were saving the most important figure in our group for the end so as to make a lasting impression. Why don't you do the honors yourself, Gordolf? Yes, this is Gordolf Mussil, who I absolutely positively definitely don't forget to introduce now. As you can probably tell from his sheer girth, I mean his dignified stature, he's a commander-in-chief. Indeed I am. A stout build is the mark of a true elite after all. As the commanding officer here, I expect you to treat me with all due respect. I doubt she's going to do that, but let's see. She just ignored him. Oh wait, no. I have one question for you. Are you British? Wait. Oh, I also don't know whether... no, I'm not. Okay, thank God. What about you? Oh God. Oh, me? Oh, that would be telling, hon. You've got to get to know me better first. I suppose I can at least tell you that no, I'm not British either, though I did spend a good bit of time at the clock tower. Okay. Oh boy, there's this one last person in our group I should introduce you to. Wait, who? Oh, Holmes. Yeah, Holmes is... Okay, I understood now. I was saying, like, why is Holmes being so quiet? Like, I was thinking, like, is this something matters? Am I not getting something? Now I realize it. He's British, so... Okay. Okay, it took a little bit of time for me to register what's actually happening. Sorry, Holmes, the jig is up. You can't keep hiding forever. I assure you I was doing no such thing. I was only waiting for an opportune moment once things had settled down. Good day, Miss Lakshmibai. Sherlock Holmes, detective at your service. Are you British? Oh my god. Yes, I am. The Indian Rebellion was, well, it was a war of India's independence against its colonizers, the British, yeah. And since Lakshmibai lost her life in that conflict, I imagine she has some strong feelings about it. Though I do get the impression there's someone else here with some connection to that. Wait, what? Wait a minute. He has some strong feelings about it. Though I do get the impression there's someone else here with some connection to that. Oh, it's Captain. As I said, I don't know who actually Nemo is. Like, his name is Nemo, isn't it? So I'm not sure about him, what he is. Was he some kind of a freedom fight? I don't know. Okay, okay. Anyways. Oh well, guess it's not my place to say anything here. I was only a few years old when the war broke out, so while I can't personally apologize for my country's actions. No, it's alright. I'm sorry. That was rude of me. There is little sense in my asking that. It's just an old habit, one I can't seem to shake. You have nothing to apologize for. It's not for me to say whether you should or shouldn't feel that way. Nor is it for me to say whether you should hold on to those feelings or try to forget them. Damn, Home was quick. Like, like I didn't even realize that, like, why was Holmes keeping quiet? Like, he understood that the moment, like, she introduced herself, that it's bad to, like, talk at this moment. Like, he's a detective, obviously, so yeah. All I can say for sure is that our country's histories are intertwined. Certainly neither of us can pretend otherwise. If this hadn't come up now, Master would no doubt have noticed the air of discomfort between us. Yeah. And gone on to learn what happened between our countries for himself. If there is any meaning to be found by having people from the past come together like this besides the role we play as servants, of course, I suspect it lies here. Agreed, I will think of you as no more than a man by the name of Sherlock Holmes. Besides, under these circumstances, the more allies we have, the better. Okay. Then does that mean you consider us allies? It was difficult to convince the people of Deval of the wrongness of the situation, but once I did, they agreed to work together to forge their own destiny. Well, I can understand, like Lakshmibai, obviously, like, she was alive during the British colonization, like, when the British ruled India. So a lot of things happened, and I can't obviously, like, blame her for, like, having some discomfort about actually meeting a person who is a Britisher, and obviously, like our generation, that is my generation, we have only learned about this from our history books. So, like, the things that someone who actually lived during that time, the way they will feel, and the way we, like, the newer generation will feel about it, will be very different, because they are the people who have actually, lived during that time. So obviously that reaction was, as she said, like, like, I can't help myself, I have to ask whenever I meet someone that, are you a Britisher? So yeah. And obviously, as, like, as she said, that she was a freedom fighter, and her history is, like, the whole thing with like, what can I say, like, she did not have a, like, a son who would, like, she was a queen of Jhansi, and when her husband died, she did not have a, a son who she had given birth to. So, like, like, she gave birth to a son, but he died. So, like, later on they adopted a child, and after the king's death, that child was supposed to get Jhansi, as the king. But the British introduced a new policy at that time, a new, like, a law, which was called the Doctrine of Lapse, which stated that, like, anyone, if, if the person who is getting the kingdom, if he or she is not the legitimate, blood related child, not legitimate, sorry, blood related child, if he or she is adopted, then the kingdom goes under the British rule. So basically she lost, her kingdom because of that. And, like, she, like, like, seeing the Indian War of the first Indian War of Independence, which started happening, she took that chance and decided to go and fight the British, revolt against them. But unfortunately she was unsuccessful. She fought a lot of battles, but unfortunately, like, she lost her life in Gwalior. And another interesting thing, two more interesting things, a noble phantasm which is called, I think, Nehi Dungi. That's the word that she said she said Jhansi nahi dungi, which means that I won't give my Jhansi away. Like, she refused to surrender Jhansi. Jhansi was the place where where she is the queen of Jhansi. Like, she refused to surrender Jhansi to the British. Like, that's basically her noble phantasm, nahi dungi. And another thing is, the reason why she's a Jan face is because she is often told, it's often said that she is the Jeanne d'Arc of India. So that's why they made her a Jan face, which I really did not notice before. But when I actually realized that, yeah, she's a Jan face later on, and when I came across the fact that, yeah, she's called the Jeanne d'Arc of India, it clicked. I realized that FGO did this. These are the things, these intricate details that I'm really happy that they really researched about everything and did it accordingly. I'm really glad about it. As we can see, she's a Jan face, so Jeanne d'Arc of India. And her being a Jan face, so yeah. Anyways, let's read. The village here is now the base for all such like-minded people. As you are warriors fighting against God like us, I would be honored if you fought at our side. It's a deal. Foe. I guess the counterforce must have summoned you too. Have been here long? Yes, I'd say it's been at least 10 days since I arrived. Then you must have been caught in the war's recreation a number of times. How did you survive? God or not, remaking the entire Lostbelt is a major undertaking. Yeah, I wonder, why did Arjuna not, destroy her? Arjuna wouldn't change how he goes about it just because, a servant has been added to the mix. So long as he doesn't think of you as unnecessary or defective, I expect he's just bringing you back along with all the other people. It just galls me to think how our very survival in the Lostbelt is completely dependent on his absurdly arbitrary standards. It's natural for gods to be somewhat self-centered given their immense power, but Arjuna definitely takes it too far. Well, because he is the what is it called? Amalgamation of all the divinities. So, Oh, speaking of which, you should know he's already got his eye on us. Yeah. So if you join us, you're sure to wind up with the whole evil level that you won't be able to survive in the world being remade anymore. That's fine, I could only have been a matter of time before you took notice of me anyway. Besides, you have to have a way to evade the destruction, yes? So if it comes to that, I'll be counting on your help. You mean the border? Yes, of course, you'd be welcome to join us in there, wouldn't you? The border is the last bastion of hope for all of humanity. We can't just go letting any old servant we meet on it. I doubt she's going to go in the border. I'm sure she'll want to stay with her people. Under ordinary circumstances anyway, but in this case I suppose we do have a fair handle on her true name and background. And it would be a shame to lose a valuable ally so soon after finding one. Very well, I'll authorize your entry into the border in case of emergency. You have my gratitude. Of course, ideally I hope to be quite finished with this place long before he even uses that preposterous noble phantasm of his again. You said it, honey. Unfortunately, he only ever does that at the end of the Kali Yuga. Yeah. So it would be just peachy if we could put a stop to all of this before then. Yeah. So now that we have got a new ally and all, what's our next step? I've already got something in mind for that. There are risks involved naturally, but the rewards should be significant. Okay, let's hear it. Now that we're in the middle of the first relatively peaceful Yuga, and especially now that we have more allies, this would seem to be the perfect time to investigate one thing in particular. What's that? Oh, the thing. Remember that thing we have been wondering about ever since we came to the Lostbelt? What is it called? The gods. It's the biggest, most mysterious things here by far, and it's got to contain some sort of useful information. Now we want you guys to finally go and investigate it. God Sky Boulder, yeah, okay. Oh, is that it? Yeah. Okay, so that is the end of section 8, I think. Yeah, okay, so the next one, we're going to the Sky Boulder. Okay, so yeah guys, I'll stop this video here. I completed 2 sections, and we'll from the next video we'll be starting section number 9. So yeah, just a sec. Okay, section 9 has 1 arrow. Okay, it'll probably be very long, you know. So anyway, so yeah guys, thank you guys for watching. So this was my gameplay video of FGO Lostbelt 4 Yuga Kshetra, and I'm really loving the story, I have to say. Like, you know, like especially I love the fact that they really, like, you know, gave so much details into it, like so many things that I myself didn't know. The whole thing with you know, the Yuga, all of these things, like like reading this really piqued my interest as well into all of the things that I did not know about, you know, our history, our like, you know, mythology and all. Like as we can see, like we have a lot of gods and goddesses. So like, you know, like that means a lot of stories as well. So like it's like, at least me, like I've skimmed past across most of the stories. Like I did not go into the depth of everything. A few things I've got into the depth with, but most of the things. So like, you know, seeing these kind of things kind of piques my interest, and I kind of go and check it, you know, and then I remember like, oh yeah, like I remember like you know, learning about this before, and like, you know, hearing stories about this, and it kind of gets reminded, and I get more information along with that as well. So it's really nice to kind of like, you know, like read this, like, you know, like play this game, read the story here, and kind of like, you know, correlate that with the actual Indian mythology and all, and seeing the, you know, the points of common thing that this game has, and our actual history, our actual folklore, that the common things that those have as well. So yeah, one thing that I was really surprised in this playthrough, like, you know, in this section, was actually Lakshmi being inside Lakshmibai. So yeah, that was a surprise. I was not expecting that. But yeah, as she said, like, you know, it's like just a little power. It's not that she has Lakshmi inside her. So yeah, now I wonder, maybe probably we'll, who knows, we might get Lakshmi as a servant later on. Like, you know, she might go and you know, like take, like, you know, like take a vessel, like a pseudo servant, just like all the other pseudo servants in this game, like Ishtar and all, you know. So who knows, maybe just because, like, you know, in this section we see like Lakshmi is also, like, you know, lending power to different servants. Who knows, she might herself come someday in the future, and it will be really interesting to see, like. And there's also, like, I don't know, like maybe she will not, because just because Rama is here, you know. But obviously, like, Lakshmi and Sita are different, and the curse of the separation that Rama had is something that says that he and Sita won't be able to meet. So I don't know if that will also, like, you know, be, you know, carried on to Lakshmi as well. So who knows, you know, like we already have one like one of Parvati's son in this game, that is Ganesha. So Lakshmi might come. I don't know, like let's wait for it. So yeah guys, that was it. So thank you guys for watching. This was my my gameplay video of FGO Yuga Kshetra. So the next episode will be section 9 and most probably 10. So we're almost at the middle of it, and I'm loving the you know, the story, everything, the gameplay and all. So yeah, like I have waited for this just when this got, you know, announced in JP. Like I remember I was playing, like, you know, I was barely starting FGO at that moment. Not barely starting, it had been quite a few months that I was playing FGO, and then I came to know that Yuga Kshetra, like, you know, a Lostbelt related to the Indian, you know, like mythology and all, is going to be made. And I was so excited. I was really, like, you know, waiting impatiently for this day to come in NA. And like this Yuga Kshetra and the Oku, you know, the one with Kama, like these two were the events that I have been waiting for a long time. And Oku was amazing. Unfortunately, I did not start recording FGO at that moment, so I did not record the gameplay. I just played it on my own. But now that I'm like doing YouTube videos on this, so yeah, like Yuga Kshetra, I'm recording it and uploading my gameplay, and I'm loving it. So it was definitely worth the wait. So yeah guys, so I'll see you guys in the next video. If you guys enjoyed my gameplay video, press the like button, subscribe if you're new to the channel or you haven't subscribed. I put out like my FGO gameplay videos in like every other day, and I usually do one or two like FGO videos related like any kind of AMV FGO related or any other thing that FGO gives out. And I think the recently the Carnival Phantasms episode 2 came out, which I I was supposed to react to, but unfortunately as I am doing these videos now, like I did not get the time to. So I'll probably react to it within the next week, like the FGO Fate Grand Carnival episode 2. So that's also something that I have plans on doing. So yeah, so yeah guys, and comment down below anything you want to say, your opinions and anything you want to let me know. I'll check them out. So yeah guys, thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys in the next video of Yuga Kshetra. So until then, goodbye and have a nice day.